everybody, welcome back. This is Kim. Oh, I'm sure most of you have already heard all the news about the new game that Doordash is playing with us, but I am yet another person that's going to talk about it. But not just that one. I'm going to talk about some other games that they play, which I don't appreciate. Anyways, before we get started, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And if you find this useful, please don't forget to hit like. This is going to be a pretty short video. I just wanted to talk about the various games. Why can't they just be up front? Why does Doordash have to, I don't know, try to trick us? I don't understand. I love Doordash, but some of the things just don't make any sense. Anyways, why does it need to be a game? Drivers don't want to play games. And Doordash keeps changing the games that it's playing. It's really trying to trick us. As drivers, we have to try to figure out the game, then play our own game to make money. Doordash knows exactly how much each delivery is paying the dasher once the customer orders. The customer goes through the website, picks the food, agrees to pay all the Doordash fees, and then they add a tip or not. But at that point, once they hit, complete or enter or whatever it is at the end, Doordash knows how much money they are making from that order. They also know how much the driver is going to get, but they don't want to share it with the drivers. Why not? I don't know. Grubhub shows you the full amount, and that works out really well. You can make an informed decision on whether you want to accept that delivery or not. With Doordash, it's always a bit of a guessing game. Doordash says they do it to make it fair to all drivers, so that someone just doesn't sit there and just wait for all the high offers. But we do that anyways. People don't want to take the $3 offers. People don't want to take the $4 offers. You want to make it worth your while. Anyways, it's a game. I get it. Okay, Doordash wants to make it fair. They want to make it so that all drivers have the chance to get the high tip deliveries. I get that. I totally do. But they feel like they need to trick drivers in order to get those no tip and low tip orders delivered. Well, they do need to, because no one wants to take them. If Doordash paid a little bit bigger of a percentage to the drivers, and we weren't so reliant on the tips, then those orders would be delivered. In my opinion, drivers need to be able to decide whether or not we want to take an order. Right now, I can still see an offer with some of the tip included. It may be the full tip. It could be 25% of the tip. There's no way for me to really know, but at least I can see some of the tip. However, some people right now are only seeing the base pay, and the entire tip is hidden. It basically says, this is how much you're going to get paid, plus 100% of the tips. But you have no idea if a tip is included or how much it is. I think this is a terrible idea for Doordash to do this. This game is going to make it so that many drivers just stop delivering with Doordash altogether. Because who wants to play that game? Who wants to, spend 15, 20, 25 minutes on something and you're going to get paid $3? Nobody wants to do that. I'll explain this more in the next few slides on what I'm talking about, but here we go. So, these low offers have 0 or low tips. In my area, the base is usually $4.25. So this one right here is probably a no tip order. This $4.25, 2 items, 1.9 Little Caesars. Edible arrangements. This one might have $1.50 tip, or oops, what happened there? Did I click on something? Sorry. 2 items, 2.4 miles. It's probably similar, $4.25 plus $1.50 tip or whatever, which is still very small. I would never ever take an edible arrangements delivery. Here it says it must be delivered to the customer or returned back to the store. And, if the person doesn't answer the door, you wait for your 5 minutes or whatever it is, and then you got to drive all the way back and take it back. And I don't even know if you get the $5.75 if you bring it back to the store. I'm not even sure how it works, but I don't deal with it. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to show you that these are the kind of offers that I will never take. I'm not going to do it for $4. I'm not going to do it for $5. Now, here is a offer. I did this over the weekend. So I was shown $13. So it says includes DoorDash pay and customer tip, but the total may be higher. Okay, great. So I know I'm getting at least $13. This was a pretty far drive, but it was going from one area back to where I really wanted to be. So I didn't mind. It was basically paying me to go back towards my house. So I took this anyways. And 3 items, and this is a pretty expensive place. So I'm like, okay, it might be more. Even if not, $13 is awesome. It's taking me the direction I wanted to go. So here we go. They hid a whole 50 cents. What was the purpose of hiding 50 cents? I don't know. So the total was $13 in the offer, and I got $13.50. Whatever. This was a stupid hidden tip. It wasn't like, oh wow, I'm so excited I got extra 50 cents. There's no purpose for hiding this extra 50 cents. Anyways, here's a really good one that I also had this weekend. So I was already doing a delivery. It was like $10 or something. And then while I was waiting for that one, I got this one. So it was an extra $11.50 for 2.5 miles. 4 items from the Cheesecake Factory, which is a, pretty expensive restaurant. It's not cheap. An additional 2.5 miles for $11.50. Sure, I'll take that. You'd usually have to wait at the Cheesecake Factory is the only bad part. The food is not usually ready, but I didn't have to wait very long at all. It was great. So here we go. So it was $11.50, $4 base pay, $1 peak pay, and it was a $15 tip. So that was a really nice bonus hidden tip. Okay, I would have been happy with the $11.50 obviously, but I got $20 for that, which is great. I don't know why they had to hide this, but it didn't bother me because I would have taken it anyways for this $11.50. So this was like a bonus. Anyways, that being said, here's another game that they play. This they combine a dud offer with an offer with a good tipper. Now I'm not for sure which one is which here. I'm not sure. So this one I probably would have taken, except for it was going in the wrong direction. I didn't want to go. These were delivering to another city, so I didn't take it. But this one was $15.25. So one was probably like, $8 or $9, and the other one was, $7 or $8, and probably one of them was going to have a hidden tip attached to it. Both of these places, people tip pretty well usually. So if this was going to a area where I didn't mind going, I would have taken this one. I bet it probably would have ended up being $25. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. There's no way to know. This one, on the other hand, this is 2 items. Okay, so 1 item for each place. It's $13.50, so that equals $6.25 for each. One could be a $9 one, and another one could be $4.50 or whatever. Another thing about this one too, let's say this crazy King Kong was $11.25 or $11, and this was like $4.25. That could happen too. Like this person didn't tip at all, but this person tipped well, so they put them together to try to get you to take this $4.25 one that nobody wants. This is all hypothetical because I have no idea what's really. I didn't take either one of these, so I don't know for sure. But this one, there's no way I'm taking it because it's only 2 items, 2.5 miles. It's Subway and Presto Pasta. Neither one of those places are very expensive, So there's not going to be any additional tips there. So you're basically going to take, 30, 45 minutes of your time to make $13. So I declined both of them. But I get a lot of these doubles, that stacked orders, whatever you want to call them. And what I'll do is, I'm not going to say that. Not all the time. But I did get one where the first order, because it tells you the amount for the first order once you start the delivery, once you accept it. It was $4.25 or $4.50 or something. And it was going like 6 miles. And it was from a Thai place. So that person didn't tip. And that was a pretty long distance to go. Anyways, I just unassigned that person. I just said that I couldn't deliver that one. And then I kept the other one. And the other one ended up being a great one. I don't remember the details, but it was $15 maybe. That was shown in the offer portion. After I got rid of the other one, it said my dash now was going to be $15.25 or $13.25. I don't really remember what it was. But then it ended up being an additional tip on that, and it was almost $20 just for that one delivery. So I got rid of the dud, basically the non-tipper. So that offer now, that delivery, goes back into the pool, and they have to try to either combine it with another one or keep offering it to people until someone takes it. I know that they put those duds in with a good offer, but then I'm going to use this as an example again. So here's the one that I'm going to say is the good tipper, and here is the non-tipper. Okay, I don't know this for sure. Like I said, I'm just making this up. So let's say I go and I pick up the sushi and put it in the car. Then I drive over here and pick up Mr. Beast burger, but it's not ready yet. So I'm going to sit there and wait and wait and wait. Meanwhile, this food's in my car already, just sitting there waiting. I have a hot bag, so it's close in there, but it's it's getting older as it's sitting there. And they said, hey, it's going to be 5 more minutes for this burger. So you're waiting. And then you get in the car, and it always works out this way. But the last one you pick up is it's going to be the one you drop off first. I don't know. For whatever reason, that happens to me. So now this person's going to get his food all just, great, because I just picking it up. It's nice and warm. I just got in the car, and I'm going to drop it off to him first. And then this person who tipped well and deserves really good service is not only waiting for me to pick up this food, it's waiting for me to deliver this food and then bring their food that's been sitting in my car for 15, 20 minutes to them. So to me, I don't know. I just don't like this. I think it's terrible. I think it's bad customer service. I think that the person who is tipping and paying for the service should get better service than someone who is not including a tip and is paying the bare minimum. Sorry, but that's my opinion. I try to give everybody good service, and I really don't take these stacked offers very often because of this. Someone is always going to have to wait. Now, if both orders are coming from the same restaurant and the customers live very close to each other, I might do it. Or if the restaurants are close together and I know that they're going to be quick to have the food ready and the customers live near each other, then I might take it. But none of these, I don't take any where they're far apart because it's just not worth it to me, and I think it's not right. Because the person, I don't want them bringing them cold food. Anyways, I went on with that longer than I should have, but I just wanted to show what I think is happening with these duds that are being matched with the others. Now, here's the newest game they're playing, and I think this is a very bad game, and I think that Dashers need to be aware that this is happening and really think carefully about which offers you accept. So I haven't personally seen this yet in my market. Right now, I still get the partially hidden tip, but I get to see some of the tip, and I get to know if there is at least a tip. But people are, like I said, I don't have a screenshot because I haven't personally seen this, but it basically only shows the base pay, and the entire tip is hidden. There may not even be a tip. This is a huge risk. I think they're going to lose delivery drivers over this game, actually. So I guess it says $3.25 or whatever the base pay is for your area. So my base pay is usually $4.25. So it would say $4.25. And then under that, it will say that you will receive this amount plus 100% of the tips. Okay, if there's a 0 tip, 100% of that 0 tip is still 0. So I'm going to use $3.25 as an example because it seems like that's the base for most people. So here's an example. I'd get a Chipotle for $3.25 and it's 3 miles. There's 3 items. Okay, so you may take this one and hope for a tip. You drive to the restaurant, find parking, wait for the food, which Chipotle is very rarely ever ready. Walk back to your car, secure the food in your car, drive the 3 miles to the customer, find the house, park somewhere near the house, walk up to the house and deliver it. Okay, this is taking you, let's say, 20 minutes. You click delivered and you're done, and voila, a $1 tip. $4.25 is what you've earned. So no one would ever take this order normally, except for maybe a top dasher. But and this driver will not be happy. They'll feel like, wow, I just spent all that time for $4.25. And let's say you get 2 or 3 of these an hour. You know, that's like $12 an hour. That's under minimum wage. And that doesn't even count the gas, your money you need to withhold for taxes, wear and tear on your car, etc. So let's say, okay, this is a one-time thing, fine. Most people normally tip. Let's try another. So you accept another one of these similar offers. You know, and then same thing happens. No tip or a very small tip. It's only going to take the driver getting burned a couple times before they're just going to not drive for DoorDash anymore because it's not worth your while. You need to make money. That's what the whole idea is. We don't do this for the fun of it. I mean, it is fun and I love it, but you need to make some money. So I think this new let's hide 100% of the tips game that they're playing is very dangerous to them too. DoorDash needs delivery drivers. If they successfully burn all of us with this new fully hidden tip game, who will deliver the food? They're hurting us, yes. And maybe it's because of the whole decline now thing, or people are cherry picking, or too many of these no tip and low tip offers are going undelivered. I'm not sure what their incentive is for doing this, but they're hurting themselves because without drivers, they're not going to get anything delivered. And they need us to deliver the food. I don't know. I don't understand what this one's all about. And I think hopefully it's just a small test and they decide that it's not worthwhile and they stop doing it. I don't know. I just think it's very scary. So what's your opinion? Will you continue to drive for DoorDash if they stick with this fully hidden tip game that they're playing? Do you think they came up with this idea so they can trick drivers into taking these no tip and low tip offers? Have you noticed dud offers being combined with a good tipping customer? Do you end up keeping both deliveries and delivering to them both, or do you unassign the low one? I don't know. I'm really curious to hear what you have to say. And are there any other games you're aware of that I haven't mentioned? I don't know. Just put it down in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry it turned out to be much longer than I had anticipated. I wanted it to be a nice, short, concise video, but sorry, I got a little carried away. I love DoorDash, and I'm not trying to bash them. I just wish they would be more upfront with the drivers so we know what we're earning, and you can make an educated guess about what you're going to get. And I don't know. I just think that all these hidden tips is hard. It makes it hard for us to know whether or not to accept an offer. There's so many variables, and I don't know. Anyways, I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you're making lots of money, and I hope that I've helped you a little bit. So please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you.